So now we'll discuss the port generation in the cellular telephony, the port generation of the cellular telephony. In the previous video lecture, we have discussed the first generation, second generation, and third generation of the cellular telephony. Now we'll discuss the fourth generation of the cellular telephony. Okay, so here they have defined some of the objective in the port generation technology. What are the different objectives of the port generation technology? Okay. The first one is here a spectrally efficient system means by the main first objective of the 4G technology is efficiently utilize the bandwidth, or efficiently utilize the frequency, or efficiently utilize the bandwidth of the channel. Okay, that is the first objective. Okay, that what we have to call as a spectrally efficient system. Okay, and the second one is high network capacity. Okay, means the second objective is the network can handle the traffic, or network can efficiently handle the traffic at any given time. Okay, that what we have to call as the high network capacity, means network can be able to handle the high load at any given time. That what we have to call as the second objective, high network capacity, that will provide the high network capacity. Okay, and the third one is the data rate of 100 megabit per second for access in the moving car, and 1 gigabits for the stationary user. So as in the third generation technology we have discussed. Okay, so here also we have to using the 100 megabits per second. Okay, for access in the moving car. Okay, any user to access the internet by using the 4G technology in the moving car, he can able to get the speed of 100 megabits per second. Okay, same thing the whenever the user in the stationary motion, means whenever the user has present in the home or the office, okay, then he get the internet speeds around 1 gigabit per second if he using the 4G technology. Okay, so that is the third objective. Okay, so whenever the user has using the 4G technology, he will get the speed around 100 megabits per second in the moving car. Okay, and 1 gigabits per second internet speed for the stationary user. Okay, and next one is the fourth objective. There is a data rate of at least 100 megabits per second between the any 2 point in the world. Okay, means the minimum internet speed, or the minimum data rate between the two mobile station will be the 100 megabits per second. That is a minimum data rate or the minimum internet speed, okay, between the two mobile station that is present in the any part of the world. Okay, next one is a smooth handoff across the heterogeneous network. Means smooth handoff we already discussed. Okay, smooth handoff and a hard handoff. In hard handoff what happen? Okay, the one mobile station can move from the one base station to another base station. Okay, so here the mobile station can establish the connection with the new base station when it will terminate the connection from the previous base station. Okay, then only the mobile station can establish the connection with the new base station. That what we have to call as a hard handoff. Okay, the soft handoff what happen here? Okay, the soft handoff, the mobile station can uh, can create the communication with the both the base station at the same time. Okay, the mobile station can establish the connection with the both the base station at the same time. Means if any mobile station want to communicate with the new base station, it doesn't require to terminate the connection from the previous base station. Okay, that what we have to call as a soft handoff. Okay, the soft handoff is nothing but here the at a time the mobile can has a two connection. The mobile has a connection with the multiple base station. Okay, that what we have to call as a smooth handoff. Okay, and the next point is here it is a next point is it is a seamless connectivity and the global roaming across the multiple network. Okay, so this is the next objective of the 4G technology. Means roaming, you know. Okay, so here the mobile station can move to the any network where there is a coverage. Okay, because the service, a particular service provider has a limited coverage. Okay, so that's why the neighboring service provider can extend that coverage through the roaming. Okay, so through that roaming, the mobile station can reach to the any network. The mobile station can access the any service provider network through the roaming. Okay, so here also the seamless connectivity and the global roaming across the multiple network that has been possible through the 4G technology. The roaming has been possible through the 4G technology. That is another objective. Okay, and next one is a high quality of a service. Okay, the 4G, by using the 4G technology, the mobile station will get the high quality services. You can download the any data or the picture or the movie as high speed from the internet. Okay, then through this 4G technology, the wise quality between the two mobile station will be a good one. Okay, so means totally this 4G technology is provide the high quality of a service because of the speed, or the we have to also tell as a coverage. Through that, the user will get the high quality of a service. Okay, the next one is the interoperability with the existing wireless standards. Okay, so this fourth generation technology is also supports the multiple wireless standards. Okay, means you can take the previous wireless standards we have discussed in the 3G technology. Okay, and also it will provide the interaction or the interoperability between those wireless standards. Okay, as we are discussing the previous technology, that is the internet mobile communication direct sequence. This is the one wireless standard, and the second one is the internet mobile communication. Okay, time coding or the frequency time. So these are some of the wireless standards we have discussed in the 3G technology. Okay, so by using this 4G technology, it will provide the interaction or the intercommunication between those wireless standards. You can also take some of the wireless framework or the standards like a VLAN, wireless LAN, or the VWAN, wireless wide area network, wireless local area network. These are the some of the wireless frameworks or the wireless standards. Okay, so these 4G technology will provide a intercommunication between those wireless standards. Okay, and next one is all IP packet and the switching network. Okay, so this 4G network will support the packet switching network. Okay, so packet switching network means we have already discussed in the previous modules. Okay, so it is a resource allocated based on the demand. Okay, it is a connectionless network. Okay, so that's what we have to call as a packet switching network. Wireless means you can achieve the high speed, so that's why the 4G technology had supports the packet switched network. Okay, so these are the objective of the 4G technology, that is the efficiently utilization of the bandwidth, the capacity network can handle the load at any given time, the data speed in the moving car and the data speed in the stationary user as more as compared to the 3G technology. The minimum data internet speed or the data rate speed is 100 megabits per second. Smooth handoff can be achieved through the 4G technology, and the roaming can be achieved through the 4G technology. And the high quality service you can get, voice quality will be good, internet speed will be good. Okay, and next one is it will support the multiple wireless standards. Okay, and next one is it will support the packet switching network, that's a wireless communication, or we have to call as it the resources allocated based on the demand. Okay, so these are the objective of the port generation. Okay, and next we'll discuss the some of the points in the 4G technology. Okay, the first one is access time. Okay, so this 4G technology has defined the some access technology. So through that access technology you can increase the efficiency, or you can increase the flexibility. Okay, or you can increase the capacity of the channel through that access technology. Okay, so in this they have given the three access technology. The first one is the orthogonal frequency division multiple access. So you already discussed the frequency division multiple access. Means here we divide the whole bandwidth of the whole bandwidth of the channel into the frequency bands. So each frequency band we have to call as a channel. Okay, and those frequency band of the each channel we have to also assign to the each station of the each user, and user can use those channel to transmit the data to the other device. Okay, that what we have to call as a frequency division multiple access. Okay, so here we have to use the orthogonal means, as we have discussed in the FDM frequency division multiple access, so each channel has been separated by the guard bands. Okay, but in this FDMA, orthogonal FDMA, there is a no guard band present between the channel. Okay, there is overlapping between the channels or the overlapping between the signals. Okay, so that's why they have spaced those signals orthogonally. Okay, they have spaced those channels orthogonally manner. Okay, so that's why a receiver can easily identify the each signal that travels through the each channel. Okay, so that's why we have to call as a orthogonal FDM. Orthogonal FDM means here there is a no guard bands has been present between the channel. Okay, so that's why there is a problem is that how we can identify the signals, because the overlapping will be happen. Okay, so that's why you need to place those signal in the orthogonally manner. Okay, so based on this orthogonally placing of the signal, the receiver can easily distinguish between the signals. Okay, so because of this no guards band are present in this orthogonal FDMA technique, so that's why those bandwidth is also used for the communication, because guard band is nothing but it is unused bandwidth. But if you remove those unused bandwidth, those bandwidth is also you have to use for the communication. Okay, and also you can, because of the bandwidth will be increases and also data rate will be increases. Okay, so that's why I told that the initially these access technology has increased the capacity, okay, efficiency and the flexibility of the channel because of this access technique, that is orthogonal frequency division multiple access. Okay, this is the first access technique, and second one is the interleaved frequency division multiple access. Okay, so here we need to as in the we have also already discussed FDMA, divide the channel into the frequency bands. Okay, interleave means here we need to insert the some channels, or we need to divide those frequency bands, or we need to divide those each channel into the sub channel, or the each frequency band into the sub bands. Okay, for example, if there is a bandwidth of the channel is here, those whole bandwidth of the channel we divided into the frequency band of the channels. Again we need to divide subdivide those channels or those frequency bands. Okay, so means we can increase the channels and many user can transmit the data at any given time. Okay, so that's why the data rate will be increases, efficiency is also use efficiency of the bandwidth is also increases. Okay, that what we have to call as a interleave frequency division multiple access, means we need to subdivide the channels. Okay, so that's why how we can interleave meaning is we need to insert the channel within the channel. Okay, that what we have to call as a interleaved frequency division multiple access. Okay, and next one is a multi-carrier code division multiple access. Means here code division multiple access we already discussed. Okay, means we need to assign the code to the each station. Okay, by using those code, the each station can perform the communication simultaneously or parallelly. Okay, that what we have to call as a code division multiple access. Okay, means and simultaneously or the parallelly the communication will be happen between the multiple mobile station. Okay, so that's why we have to call as it is a multi-carrier. Why we have to multi-carrier means there is a multi-channel or the multiple frequencies are present. Okay, so our multiple carrier signals are present. Okay, so by using those carrier signal, multiple stations can transmit the data simultaneously or the parallelly. Okay, that why we have to call as it is a multi-carrier code division multiple access. So because of this also data rate will be increases. Okay, and also efficiency, because the multiple station can be transmitting the data simultaneously, means the bandwidth has been efficiently used here. Okay, and also the data rate will be increases because the multiple station has performing the communication. Okay, so that's why we are to using this multi-carrier code division multiple access technique. Okay, so these are the three access technique we have to using in the 4G technology to increase the efficiency utilization of the bandwidth and to increase the capacity of the channel. Okay, and next one is a modulation. Okay. So here we have to using the 64 uh, quadrature amplitude modulation technique in the 4G technology. Okay, we already know what is the quadrature amplitude modulation. We already discussed in the previous modules. Okay, quadrature amplitude modulation means it is a combination of the phase shift keying and the amplitude shift keying. Okay, so here we have to using the 64 digital signals we have to using, okay, to modulating the signals. Okay, and QAM is a quadrature amplitude modulation, means it is a combination of the phase shift modulation and amplitude modulation. Yeah, the phase shift keying or the amplitude gain. Okay, so that is a combination we have to call as it is a quadrature amplitude modulation. So this particular modulation technique along with the 64 digital signals we have to using in the POSI technology. Okay, next one is a radio system. So here the first point, the 4th generation uses the software defined radio system. Software defined radio system, as the name indicates, here we have to using the software components. Okay, in this radio system we have to using the software components. So as the second point indicates, the components of the SDR, that is a software defined radio systems, are pieces of a software. Okay, means the software radio system is nothing but the, here we have to using the software components, or we have to call generally as a, here we have to using the programs in this particular software defined radio system. So by using those programs we need to shift the, or we need to change the frequency. Means if you change the program, automatically we have to the frequency will be changed. For example, there is any interference or the disturbance has been happened between the cells, as already we have discussed in the frequency reuse principle. Okay, because if two cells using the same frequency, then there will be disturbance. Okay, that's why at that time we need to change the frequency set. Okay, how we need to change the frequency set? By changing the program we need to change the frequency, and we need to avoid the disturbance or the interference. How we need to avoid? So that's why we have to use the software defined radio system, that is a program defined radio system. By changing the program we need to change the frequency. Okay, so that type of a radio system we have to using in the POSI technology, that is a software defined radio system. Okay, and next one is the antenna. Okay, so here in the POSI technology we have to using the two types of antenna. One is the multi-input and multi-output antenna system, and second one is the multi-user multi-input and a multi-output antenna system. This antenna system we have to using for the 4G technology. Okay, that is a multi-input, multiple input, multiple output, one antenna system, and second antenna system we have to using multi-user, multi-input and a multi-output antenna system. So what is the meaning of this is, here what is the multiple input and the multiple output antenna system? Means here there is a pair of mobile station. Okay, they are pair of mobile station are communicating with the multiple data streams. Multiple data streams means they are exchanging the multiple data signals at a time. That what we have to call as a multiple input and a multiple output. Means pair of mobile station or two mobile station are exchanging the multiple data streams, means multiple digital signals are exchanging between the two mobile station at a simultaneously. Okay, that what we have to call as a multiple input and a multiple output. Means one mobile station has sending the multiple input at any given time, and another has response with the multiple data stream or the multiple digital signals. Okay, that what we have to call as a multiple input and a multiple output antenna system. Multi-user, multiple input and a multiple output antenna system. So here instead of two user, here there is a multiple users are present, or the multiple mobile stations are present. Okay, in the multiple input multiple output application there is only two mobile station. In the multi-user multiple input and the multiple output means here multiple mobile station or the multiple users are present. So those multiple mobile station are communicating through the multiple data stream or the multiple digital signal. Okay, that what we have to call as a multi-user multiple input and the multiple output antenna system. Okay, so these are the two antenna system we have to using in the 4G technology. Okay, so next is we will discuss the applications. Okay, so what are the applications of the 4G technology? Okay, application of the POSI technology. So here the first application is at the present rate of 15 to 30 megabits per second. The POSI is capable of providing the user with the streaming high definition television. Okay, so by using the POSI technology, we can get the high definition television, that is a HD picture on the television by using the 4G technology. Okay, the data of the picture which will produce on that particular television, it will be the 15 to 30 megabit per second. Okay, so because of this data rate, the 4G technology will provide the HD videos or the HD images on the television. Okay, so that is the first application. And the second one is at the rate of 100 megabits per second, the content of DVD5 can be downloaded within the 5 minutes for the offline access. Okay, and through the 4G technology, I've already told what is the minimum speed, that is it will achieve, we can minimum speed we can achieve through the 4G technology is 100 megabits per second. Through that speed we can download the data from the internet within 5 minutes. Okay, so whatever the size of the file we have to download it from the internet. Okay, so we can download through the speed 100 megabits per second within the 5 minutes. That is another application. Okay, so these are the two applications of the 4G technology. First application is it will provide the high definition television with the data rate 100 megabits per second, and the second one is you can download the data or the any picture or the video from the internet with the minimum speed as a 100 megabit per second. Okay, so these are the some of the points we have discussed in the 4G technology. That is the access scheme. Three access schemes are there. That is the orthogonal FDMA and the interleaved frequency division multiple access and the multi-carrier code division multiple access. Next we have discussed the what type of a modulation we are using the 4G technology. That is a quadrature amplitude modulation. That is a combination of the frequency phase shift keying and the amplitude shift keying. Okay. Next, what type of radio system we have to using in the 4G technology? That is a software defined radio system, means program defined radio system. Through the program we need to change the frequency. Okay, antenna, what type of antenna we have to using in the 4G technology? That is a multi input multi output. That is the one antenna system. And second antenna system we are using in the 4G technology is that is a multi-user multiple input and the multiple output antenna system. The last is the application. These are two application. It will provide the high HD videos on the television, and second one is it will download the data from the internet with the minimum speed 100 megabit per second. Okay, so this is all about the fourth generation technology, and this will complete your it is a fifth module, and also it will complete the cellular telephony chapter in the fifth module. Okay.